Hi everybody. So in the last video you saw me sawing my lovely assistant in half. For today's trick we will be doing the gap seals on the wings. So now that both of the leading edges are on, it's time to move to the next chapter. The next chapter is the back skins. Now I'm not actually attaching my skins, which you'll hear me say that 1,000 times in the next who knows how many videos, but I'm not going to permanently attach them yet. I'm not permanently closing in anything until I know the wiring's good, the bits and pieces are fine. But I am prepping everything. First thing you do is we're attaching. So this is, like I said, this is the back skins. But the first thing you do in the back skins is you're going to prep and put on the gap seals for your flaps and aileron section. This really cuts off lots of aerodynamicity. Yeah, I think that sounds right. Basically, it just helps you go faster. You see that wing behind me, how the top skin that's on the far side, how it's protruding out the top a good 3 inches. Well, these gap seals are going to attach between the rear spar and that skin. Kind of make a little 45-degree angle for your aileron and flap to live in. And once everything is nice and situated, it basically reduces the amount of air loss or drag and makes you go faster. It's a pretty straightforward process. It's just it's a flat piece of metal with two 45-degree flanges on it. It's got a couple of cuts here and there. And when I say cuts, it's got some, well, I guess you would call them flanges, just very small places because the rear flange isn't completely flat, right? There's there's doublers here and there, so you have to be able to adjust for that and with the gap seal. So you do some match drilling, because you are going to be you're going to be using both dome head and flathead rivets for this. So you do a little match drilling and a lot of deburring, and that's what you see me doing here. Technically, I've been racking my brain, but technically, you could put these on after the front skins. There's nothing you do inside there that prevents you. I mean, in fact, you put these things on first and you rivet them on all the way. It's not like there's some codependence on having the back skins on. Vans put this in this chapter, and so I'm cool with that. And I've forgotten to turn the camera as I work on the damn thing. So yeah, it's two pieces of metal, goes across the back at the top of the wings. There's also a doubler that goes inside on the edge where the flap is. You have to manufacture both of those parts. Very simple to do. I mean, fabricate. So you just fabricate them out of a piece of angled aluminum. So let's see. Any updates? Yep, so, I started my new job. It's been a couple of weeks now. It's about my third week of my new gig. It's nice. As I work at one of the major financial institutions of America. I work with some really great people. I'm very happy with the man that I work for. So it's all going great. There we go. Now I don't have to look so stupid. So here we go, much better angle. So you can already see that one of the gap seals is already, it's hard to tell, but both of them are clecoed up there. Everything is primed, so it's kind of hard to distinguish between one section and the next. The nice part about this page, I guess you would call it, is these gap seals go on and all you need is a rivet squeezer. I think there's like one rivet that you need to do with a bucking bar, maybe. But yeah, rivet squeezing, it's the way to go. Yeah, I gotta admit this is kind of a boring episode. So let's see, what else can I talk about with this? Oh yeah, so you'll put 426. So the top of the wing, where one side of that gap seal attaches, of course you're going to want to use flat rivets because you know that's where the wind passes by, and you need the aerodynamicity. Damn it, why can't I get that word right? And then the back side is dome heads. Now I put the dome head, I put the actual round head or the manufactured head, I put it on the outside of the wing. Only because it's prettier and it's less of a profile should one of my control surfaces that will be moving relatively close to those rivets doesn't feel like coming into contact with it. And now that I have both wings up in the cradle, there's no excuse for not doing... Yeah, there's no excuse for not doing both sides or doing both wings at the same time. I know I did most of one wing and then came back and did the other. You know what? And I'm glad I did. Because if I hadn't, I would have just had two wings with the same mistake on them. Of course, you might say, well, you know, if you just stopped and did the next wing, you'd probably make the same mistake twice. Yes, that is true. However, with more building comes more, what's the word I'm looking for? Instinct, right? You know when you're doing something wrong. Your skills get sharper. You know, and it's a lot of work for one wing. By the time you get all the way through the end of one wing, you'll know exactly what not to mess up in the other wing. But two, your skills will be that much sharper as to eliminate any other things. Hold on. What? Cat, what do you want? You heard it there first, folks. That's an angry cat. Just wants some love. Oh yeah, the one thing you definitely... Oh, see, there was the one I had to do. That was it. That was the one. So there is one thing. So, like I said, there's a doubler that goes on the flap side gap seal on the outside. And you need to rivet that doubler onto the gap seal before you actually rivet the gap seal onto the wing. You will screw this up as I did. I watched other people do it, and I'll never do that. And I'd completely forgotten about it. So... so here we go. So yes, now for a little tour of part of the wing in real time. And nauseating camera moving around like an idiot real time. So there's the gap seals. So here is myself from the past who's going to show you everything, and then we will be ending this, and I will see you guys soon. Look at all that beautiful wiring. I dreaded this so much, but then I just gave in. Vans really knows what they're doing. There's the connection for the, that'll be the connection for the strobe lights, and these three wires spare here are for the landing light. Same thing on this side. Landing light wiring, strobe nav. We still gotta do the pitot mask. This wing's pretty innocuous, except for here. So this is where the Adhars unit mounts. All of these. I guess I should bundle these up. And since I don't have an angle of attack, this is the angle of attack. Well, it's the old standard vane. I've just got to bump it up here. Hello?